Hello family and friends, it's Karen here, welcome to my channel. And if you don't know me, my name's Karen, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about what I've been doing for the past year, the year 2020. And let's get started. 2020, it's a really weird year for most of the people, and it's the same for me. But I would say, for me, it's not really about this whole pandemic thing. Well, mainly not about it. Like, I'm at a very weird stage of my life. I quit my job earlier this year, around the end of March, due to my poor health. Then I started my first ever health and fitness journey, and the journey is still ongoing. Earlier this year, I was in a very bad health condition, both mentally and physically. Physically, I lost my period, and I was having migraine and arthritis on a weekly basis. Other than that, I was severely sleep deprived. It's just very hard for me to stay asleep every night. Lack of sleep made me very stressful, and that led to the next part, which is the mental health problem. I was super stressed out because of my work at that time. The way I coped with the stress was by stress eating a lot. I was stress eating so bad that it turns out to be a binging episode, which caused me to gain 20 to 25 pounds within a very short period of time. My body just became larger and larger every day, and I started to hate the way I look in the mirror. It's the first time in my life that I really feel like I am ugly, and I don't like my body. It's just very stressful for me. Because of all these problems, I decided to quit my job and focusing on fixing them, basically. Then, which leads to my health and fitness journey. It's been 9 months since the start of my health and fitness journey, and I'll roughly divided my journey so far into 4 phases. The first phase was the confusion phase. I was really confusing during the first phase, from April to June. The second phase, fitness phase, which was around end of June to early August. And then the third phase was YouTube phase. I'll explain that later. It was around August to mid-September or late September, around that time. And then it's the fourth phase, which was late September till now. And the fourth phase, I don't really have a name for it because I'm still in it. So now, let's go through each phases. The first phase was confusion phase. I was super confused right after I quit my job. I thought my stress would just go away and I would stop binge eating, stress eating, and I'll start to have really good sleep each night and everything will be good. It didn't work out that way. I was actually started to have the other kind of stress, which is the stress from not having a job, which is really ridiculous because I quit my job in the first place. But it still bothered me throughout the whole April and May. I want to talk a little deeper about how I feel at that time. It's the first time in my life I decided to do something solely, only because of me. It's not because of my parents want me to do good, or it's not because I think what to do is socially acceptable, or because I want to feed my ego, that kind of stuff. It's just only because me wanting to take care of me. But somehow this decision at that time made me feel like I was very selfish, which is really weird. And I guess also because of the way I was raised, I feel a little bit shameful for not having a job. So I was a little bit stressed out because of that, although I quit my job myself. But anyway, the whole thing was ridiculous. It took me 2 to 3 months to get rid of that feeling. And the reason why I could get rid of that feeling is I tunnel my energy and my focus into fitness. I started to work out with a trainer 2 or 3 times per week, and I started to work out really hard. It's not like I was doing some hard movements because I was so physically not athletic. I'm super not athletic. But every time I accomplished something, for example, the first time I complete a regular push-up, I felt like I could really do something for myself. Little by little, this kind of small accomplishment built my confidence back, and I started to feel better about myself. And then July came, the start of my fitness phase. And this phase is really just me really focusing on hitting new PR each week and trying to live heavier, trying to make different goals for myself. And just small goals, like trying to be more flexible. When I bend over, I can touch the floor with my fingers without bending my knees, that kind of stuff. I was still kind of trying to find a way to make everything better. I was still having a hard time sleeping. I was still having a little bit of migraine and joint pain here and there, but a lot of it has improved. And then it's the YouTube phase. So by the beginning of August, I decided that I really need to keep myself more accountable. Although I was training really hard for my fitness level, but other than exercise, a lot of other things I was kind of really not putting too much effort in, such as I didn't put much effort in trying to have good sleep. I didn't really put much effort at drinking enough water, those more everyday health situation stuff. So I decided to do some little health or fitness challenges every week. The way I did for me to hold myself accountable was to make YouTube videos. And the interesting thing was I didn't even post any of them. I made 5 of them and I didn't post any of them. I was browsing YouTube, trying to find things for me to do, seeing what other YouTubers are doing and if they said that's beneficial, and then I'll try to copy what they're doing and try it for myself and film it. So the challenges I did was walking 10,000 steps a day for 2 weeks and drinking 1 gallon of water per day for a week. And I did Chloe Ting's challenge. I also did Greg Doucette's diet. I filmed a lot of it, but I didn't really put them into a video. I also tried logging everything I ate on Instagram. I was trying different diets. A lot of this kind of thing is just for me to control my binge eating behavior. Some of them worked, but some of them just feel like it's a temporary quick fix. Eventually, I realized it's really just a mindset thing. It's something I really need to overcome. It's not something can be fixed by just a little bit of tricks. It's just tricking my brain to not binge eating. It's not fixing the fundamental problem, which is I don't have a good relationship with food. I still don't like the way I look. I try to suppress my appetite. I try to eat within calorie limits, which made me feel like I was deprived from the food that I like. So when I break, I just break. And I started to binge, and it's really hard for me to get over with it. I feel like this kind of challenge doesn't really fit my lifestyle, so I kind of stopped doing that, which marked the end of the third phase, the YouTube phase. Then it went into this very, very muddy, I don't know how to describe it, phase, which is now. So I would say the entire fourth phase is really me still putting most of my focus into fitness. At the same time, I was very much trying to control my binging behavior. Right now, what I'm trying is I don't track my calorie anymore. I just have this vague idea of how much protein I eat every day and how much food I eat every day. Because I feel like tracking for me, as for now, it's not helping me in any way possible. So I stopped tracking. The only thing I track, and which I think is really helping me, is I track how much weight I can lift, how heavy I can lift, and how far I can run within 10 minutes, or how fast I can run for a mile, that kind of stuff, and how high I can jump. If I divide my fourth phase into 2 categories, which is fitness and nutrition, right? So the nutrition is pretty much all intuitive eating because I stopped tracking. I just have this big idea. So far, it helps me a lot, but I still sometimes binge. I didn't binge as bad as before. Like right now, if I binge, I think I'll eat around 2,000 to 3,000 calories per day. That's my binging day for now. But when I was still tracking, if I binge, it will be crazy. It's like 5,000, 6,000 calories per day, and for entire week or 2 weeks. Yeah, which is really crazy, and that's the way I ate at that time. And right now I can't even fit that much food in my stomach. And I try to eat mostly whole foods, and I think that helps as well. That's the nutrition parts. And then is the fitness part. If I think back, why I started to work out is actually I wanted to lose that extra 20 pounds that I gained during my last job. But right now, at least for the fitness part, for me it's completely changed. I wanted to have better performance, that's for sure. Because I am still kind of not liking my body, but I feel like with better performance really helps me to gain my confidence back. That's the phase I'm in right now. I set goals for myself, I try to be more flexible, and I try to run faster, lift heavier, yeah. All that kind of stuff I've already talked about. So this health and fitness journey is so far from finished for me. And I'm super happy that I made this decision for myself to quit my job and went on this health and fitness journey. I don't want to say that because it sounds really weird. I just want to give myself a huge pat at the back, and it's like, you go girl, that's a really good thing for you to do. I was really depressed, and I feel like fitness helped me in so many ways. I'm so far from finishing my health and fitness journey, and I guess I'll never finish this journey because as long as I still live, health and fitness will be the most important things, at least for just me, myself, and I. That's the most important thing. And I accomplished a lot of things I never thought I could do. I never thought I could do like 10 push-ups in a row. I never thought I could do that. I never thought I could do a proper box jump. I never thought I could jump on the 24-inch box. And I never thought I could ever do a deadlift over 100 pounds. Right now I can squat and deadlift or hip thrust my own body weight and a little bit more than that. It's something I never thought I could do. It just brings me complete joy, which makes me want to cry right now just talking about this. I didn't expect to be so emotional talking about this. It's a really emotional journey for me. And I am very grateful that my parents let me do this. I was taught to be responsible. And what does it mean to be responsible in my family culture? It's you can make money that you support yourself and you don't make your parents worry about you. They were worried about my health, so they said, whatever you think is good for you, go do it. So I quit my job, and my dad said, don't worry about it. It will be fine. And I know they're super worried about me right now. I remember one time after a huge binge, I was feeling super awful. And I was talking to my boyfriend about this. I said to him, oh my God, I was so depressed about binge eating, and this is such a first world problem that I have. Like, how dare you? There's someone else in the world starving, not having food. And you are here trying to fix overeating problem. And about it. Which is just stupid, but that's something really hard. Like, I feel like this year changed my life. It changed me as a person fundamentally. I was always super competitive. If I really want something, if I'm in a competition, I really want to win. And I think that affect my work ethic eventually brings me to this huge burnout and stressed out. But I feel like after I quit my job and went on this health and fitness journey, I really started to reflect back the way I live my life and the way I approach a lot of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to talk about my current fitness goals. I want to do at least one bodyweight push-up without using any assistance band. Right now I can do like one push-up with very thin band, sometimes when I'm super energetic. And that's the push-up part. I just reached my running goal yesterday, which was to run 1 mile within 10 minutes. Yesterday was the first time I ever did that. It's always really hard for me to run consistently without stopping growing up. Right now I can run continuously without stopping, and if I really push myself, I can finish 1 mile within 10 minutes. Which sounds really basic, but it's something that I'm already very proud of myself of doing it. For flexibility goals, I'm really trying to do a front split. Still working on it. Hamstring is a my muscle were super tight throughout my life. I couldn't touch my toes since 3rd grade. Yeah, which was ridiculous. Until this year, yeah. I think around May or June I started to touch my toes, and now I can have my full palm on the floor. A little by little, I know I'm improving, and right now my goal is to do a front split. Those are my current goals, fitness goals. So that's what I was doing for the year 2020. It was a very special year for me. It's just like I said in the beginning, it's a very special year for most of the people in the world. I'm just hoping this pandemic thing will soon be over and everyone can live the way they wanted. And for all the friends and family who are watching this right now, I just want to say thank you so much for being in my life, and I hope soon when this pandemic is over, I can see you guys in person again. And for me, I really want to share more of my health and fitness journey to the world and to you guys, to friends, to families. I'll keep on posting new video on this channel, maybe about me trying to do splits and trying to accomplish different goals, or maybe just me talking about my thoughts on things. Yeah, and I'm hoping you guys will like it. And if you're interested in my journey, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye!